Central Florida. We got a lot of stuff going off in our gardens. We thought it would be a good time to do a garden tour. We're in zone 10A on a barrier island on Central Florida's East Coast. Let's see, what do we have? What do we do?
Well, we don't use any fertilizers or synthetic fertilizers. We try to do everything organically, and we do a lot of like food forest stuff. So we like bunch stuff together.
With a lot of ornamentals.
With a lot of ornamentals, every week Brent and Teddy go out for their Plant Pirates episodes and get stuff out of people's landscape debris piles, and then we bring it home and propagate it. Although we're getting a bit behind on that.
Right. So yes, if you've noticed the name of our channel, it is The Plant Pirates. Most of our videos are of myself and my oldest son going through people's landscape debris piles on landscape debris pickup day here in our community. So today you'll see not only our food forest stuff. We have a lot of, we'll list here in a minute all the stuff we have going off food related, but you also see a lot of tropical ornamental plants, and almost all of them we got for free on the side of the road. So almost all the tropical ornamental plants you'll see here today, the tea plants, the dracaenas, a lot of flowers, plumerias, a lot of stuff we got for free on the side of the road. But we do also have a lot of food forest type of stuff that's going off. I'm not sure we have a lot that's ready to harvest yet, but we have a lot of stuff with fruit on it. Like what? What do we got?
We have Suriname cherries. Let's see, do we have any bananas?
We have some bananas.
Yeah.
We have pineapples.
Oh yeah, we got a bunch of pineapples.
We have some citrus.
Yep.
We have a couple mangoes.
Our passion fruit vines.
Those don't have fruit yet.
They don't have fruit yet, but they will.
Oh, the guavas.
Yep. Oh yeah,
the miracle fruit. Anyways, we have a lot
mulberries?
of mulberries. We might still have some mulberries. Yeah, so we do have a lot of stuff with food on it right now. I'm not sure how much we can harvest today. I know we have, and coconuts too. But let's go ahead and get started. I'll tell you what, I got to fiddle with my camera device here, and we'll get back with everybody. All right. I'm sorry, I had to fiddle with my camera here. We're standing here trying to decide where we should start the tour. So I think we should start with the big guava tree right here. This tree that she's standing under is a pink guava. I mean, what do you think? It's only 3 years old, right?
Maybe we're pushing 4, but yeah, it's not very old. It grew real fast. It gave us fruit the first year. I
mean, now
there's literally guavas all
Yeah, I know. Hold on. I'm going to get in here and see if I can. I mean, there's just guavas everywhere. There's some right there. I mean, there's just tons of them. Look at, here's a bunch right here. I mean, they're just all up there, and you can see the more light the tree gets, the bigger the guavas are up there.
Definitely seems like it likes to be an edge plant.
Yeah.
Because we planted another one thinking that this one wasn't as happy as it could be. It needed to be in full sun. So we planted another pink guava in full sun that's not doing great. However, these, when they're young, provide, we kind of had to like scrub the soot off of this one when it was young.
Yeah, it gets a little bit of that black. We'll show it on another one in the backyard. We have a younger one that has some black soot on it that we have to clean off every so often.
And we take like a really, really small diluted alcohol, like with like a tiny bit of blue soap, right?
I think that was the combination, yeah.
It was like,
well, the soap helps it to stick.
It was like, what, 10% alcohol to water, and then like a squirt of soap, and then that seemed like you would spray it on there when it was dry.
Now, so the solution she's talking about would only kind of be, would only apply to a smaller tree. Obviously, if this tree had black soot all over it, we couldn't go around scrubbing all the leaves off. But we did tend to this one that way until it took off, and you can see now it's a pretty healthy tree, and it's just loaded with fruit everywhere.
And it doesn't seem to have the problems it had when it was young.
You said this one's in the crepe myrtle family, right?
Yes. So if you look at the bark, it looks just like crepe myrtle bark, actually.
It's cool.
Yeah, it is. Too bad crepe myrtles don't grow guavas.
Yeah. Seriously, we'd have guavas up in Georgia, right?
But they're literally, I mean, we must have maybe 300, 400 guavas, and they're so good. Yeah. They're really the best in smoothies, because like all you can taste is the guava, and it's such a powerful taste, but it's good.
All right, well, so let's see. We'll go back through this area. This is kind of our leafy green food forest, and then we'll come back through our main garden here and then go show everybody some other areas. So real quick, you can see we collect, like I said earlier, tropical ornamentals. So we have tons of different kinds of bromeliads. We just pop them in everywhere.
Look at the flower.
Oh yeah, look at that. And we do the same with pineapples, which is another bromeliad, but we pop them in just everywhere. And you can see we have lots of milkweed. This is
Cuban buttercups.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
These little yellow flowers.
Yep. And this stuff has gotten to the point in our gardens where it pops up naturally. It seeds itself and it just pops up all over the place. And we just do selective.
Yeah, the seeds fly all over the place.
Yeah. We just kind of selectively weed out the weeds that we don't want. And but let's go ahead. Let's go back through this path here. We have some edible stuff back here. Here's one variety. We have 30 different varieties of bananas. So we have one.
This is the blue Java.
The blue Java. This whole
really
patch
needs to be split apart.
Wow, look at them all down there.
It's a good sign. It means that it's got some
like 7 plants
here.
right there.
And then we have this. This is longevity spinach.
Oh,
and
that's a good one.
This is really delicious. You can eat it fresh. You can add it to smoothies. It is a bit like chewier of a leaf. It's not like romaine lettuce.
Yeah. We
Where
probably should rinse it, but we don't have like the kind of problems that some people have with like deadly slugs and stuff like that. All right, what else we got back here?
All right.
I see the
kunji bushes are coming out nice.
Oh yeah, you're starting to rejuvenate.
This is a host plant for the Atala butterfly. And here is another tea plant that we got.
Not sure what
just
the variety.
Just a cutting of off the side of the road.
One of my favorite tea plants is right through there. We'll probably show it more towards the end of the video. What are you looking at? We got the Mexican sunflower here.
Yep, we have Mexican sunflower, which really we need to take cuttings of this and move it in more places.
Yeah, it needs more sun.
It needs more
that
sun.
wants full sun. And this is in almost full shade back here.
And then we have the katuk back here, which I think is getting shaded out as well.
Yeah, it's doing all right
But it's still doing good.
Yeah, there's no berries or flowers on it. You can eat.
That's what I'm nervous about not getting.
You can eat the leaves, the berries, and the flowers off this. I think my favorite are the flowers and the young berries.
And it tastes the best if you eat it like the tips of it, the top part of it.
The youngest shoots, yeah.
And then this is moringa.
Yep.
And this is, some people call this the tree of life. Everything's edible on it. It's really good for you. We put this in smoothies too because it tastes like horseradish.
It grows like a weed, like a tree weed though. You can see how big it is. But
snap these leaves off and then put it in the smoothie like that. And you can't taste it even for as strong of a flavor as it has.
All the way up there. So we need to cut this one. Once it gets to about as tall as the garage, it'll flower and then put off big seed pods. Sometimes we cut it down before it does that. Sometimes we don't. We really should keep it lower anyways.
Yeah, because keeping it low makes it more usable for like eating because it gets bushier.
If we're being honest, I'll say we don't eat a lot of moringa.
Every time I make smoothies, I put it in there.
But we don't eat it by the pound. You know, so.
No, we definitely.
All right, let's keep moving.
I have some Okinawan spinach.
Oh yeah,
too.
there is a little bit.
I moved some over here. I don't know, a month ago. It's doing
we
good.
used to have some more over here.
Well, we originally planted it over here, and then it died off. But the longevity was good.
One thing I want to point
out.
out.
Planted in the backyard lasted.
One thing I want to point out, you'll see throughout our gardens as we go on today. We basically have our soil is just basically like sugar sand. We don't have soil here. So you'll see a lot of black or brown patches throughout our garden because we just got a massive truckload of compost about a month ago, and put it on everything. Put it on all the fruit trees, all the bananas and everything. So that's what you're seeing here, the difference in color.
Over here we have elderberry. This is a good one. It has flowers. You can make tea, and you can make like a wine with the flowers, and then there's berries where you can make the elderberry like cough syrup or just like a wellness syrup. It's kind of going.
It's a weed, yeah. It is. It's like a highway or a roadside weed. It grows like crazy.
But it's doing really well, and it's a good edible to have growing.
All right, let's keep going.
Here's some more. Look.
Yeah, it's invasive even, except for that I think it is native, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So, All right, let's get out of this like hole that we're in back here. We're in the shady hole back there and move on to the sunny garden here.
Look at our miracle fruit.
Yes. Oh, I just walked right past it. Holy cow. Yeah, so look at that. Look at all the berries on it. And if you haven't tried this one yet, it's I'm sure if you're watching our videos, probably most of you know what a miracle fruit is, but you can eat one of these things and then straight up shoot lemon juice into your mouth, and it tastes like the sweetest, you know, lemonade you'll ever taste. It like sweetens everything, which can be a problem.
Making a lemonade with it, thinking if I added the berries to the lemons, that it would make it like a sugar-free lemonade. But I only used 3 berries. I bet you that would work if I used a lot, because when I mixed it really good, I could taste the miracle fruit in it. So that, because like it's kind of just a novelty fruit. But if we can make lemonade that's sugar-free with it, that would be really cool.
All right, I'm going to step back here and just point out, I'm just going to go through a couple of these plants that we have right here real quick. We have a spider lily back here that needs to be moved in front of this croton, not behind it. We should probably swap places with the croton. You can see we have more milkweed popping up everywhere. You'll see tons of pineapples popped in everywhere.
And vincas.
And then the vincas are kind of stealing the show right now. You'll see as we get going through here, the vincas are just awesome. And they pop up on their own too. We have this little stand of bananas right here, are the Mysores. We have a little carambola right here, a star fruit that we just mulched it, composted it, fed it. I know it doesn't look great right now, but it will rebound from.
Yeah, I think that it was getting some of its nutrition taken from it with this ginger right here.
This ginger.
We cut this down.
This ginger was taking over this whole area, and we just
it was taking away from the bananas and the star fruit.
That's why it looks so bad.
The plan is for the star fruit to be the main player here.
Yeah. We got this coral tree, the coral plant.
It's like
it has some berries on it somewhere, doesn't it? Thought it did. It's starting to look Dr. Seussish.
Yeah, it's starting to look so cool.
Yeah.
Love this tree.
We have some green tea plants in here and some red sister tea plants mixed in with the bananas. Though we probably should space them a little further away from the bases of the bananas. Same with these. We have this big tall Dracaena right here, Margianata. We got another Dracaena right here. This was a huge one. Again, all this stuff Teddy and I found on the side of the road. This was planted as a cutting. Someone had lopped this off. It was obviously a bit smaller than this, but someone had lopped it off from a big, huge tree, obviously, and we just stuck it right in the ground and it rooted itself.
Growing.
Yeah. So,
and then over here, this is our beach supply of aloe.
Yeah, it is.
From the.
Yeah, you can see all the ends that we've broken off. We use it like every day.
We use it all the time.
Yeah.
We use it before we go to bed, after the beach.
Oh, here's a special one in here. Doesn't have any flower on it yet, but here's our variegated Hawaiian shampoo ginger.
Yeah.
So we'll show you some other gingers here today, but if shampoo ginger, one way the main way to differentiate it from just a normal ginger is that the flower will pop out from the base of the plant.
Like a mushroom.
Yeah.
Looks like a mushroom coming out of the ground with the plant.
Yeah, we'll show you some other gingers that have the flowers coming out of the top.
Like the galangal.
Oh, look at this, Annalisa. You're talking about the Kunti being the host for the Atala butterfly.
Oh my goodness, look at that.
Look at all of the Atala.
So these are all Atala butterfly caterpillars. And if you've seen the Atala butterfly, it's magnificent. Actually, I think I found a dead one on the ground that I have by the pool.
Wow, look at them all.
Yeah. So if you buy these plants,
here's some more right here.
We bought one of these at our last house, planted it, and then left for a couple weeks, and when we came back, it had disappeared from these caterpillars. So they will like definitely.
Yeah, we thought, did like a neighbor steal our plant? That's an odd plant for someone to steal, you know, like.
Because it was just gone.
And we're friends with all of our neighbors too, who would have taken it, but no, it's. All right, let's go. We got a lot more.
Get a picture of this iris.
Oh yeah, is that a bearded iris?
This is the bearded iris. I think it's like also called like a traveling iris because it kind of like it travels.
Same with these spider lilies, these beach spider lilies. They're traveling.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah, we got more of them over here. Right here, I've shown this a million times. We got more of them over here. Maybe I'll go get it, but that is such a tough plant. We got these from bulbs that we found washed up on the beach after a hurricane. And so we planted them, and that's what we got. And it is a native species here in
It'll
Central
get like
Florida.
floppy and lengthy in a couple months, and then I'll just cut it all the way
We'll
back.
put off the big white flowers. They put off.
And they bloom at night. They're at nighttime, and they're really cool.
All right, real quick, behind her here we have, watch real quick, we have the lemongrass that's in dire need of being pruned down to like maybe knee high. And starting over again. It looks terrible, but we do have a lot of this. These are all seeds.
Yeah, and these
you
are all
want to show
plants.
them? Yeah, pull out one of them.
All right, I saw one that looked easy back here.
So we can propagate this plant from seeds. We got unlimited seeds here, but they also have. You'll see
So
before.
come over here so you can see.
Oh yeah, there we go.
So
Yeah,
here-
see this new growth here?
So here's one with a flower on it. So,
Yep.
and you can just yank it out of the main plant.
Boom.
I think that worked.
Yeah,
Yep,
you got it.
There we go.
So see, she got some. You can see she got.
Roots.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to try and like dig this up to get a plant to put somewhere else in your garden, it's really tough to do. So this is the time to do it. Like this is probably 30 lemongrasses right here. So
we have one that we planted about a month ago from this. We'll if I remember.
Slow going.
Yeah, if I remember, I'll show it to everybody.
I'm gonna leave it there.
But this has got to go. We got to cut this down. We have a, I think this is a Grand Nain, we think, banana right there. Not sure. You can see back here, we popped in behind the Confederate jasmine here. We popped in a whole bunch of pineapples. Some of these have been here forever, but they're finally going off. We got more over here. You can see just pineapples everywhere. And these were all pineapples that we either planted from tops of pineapples we bought, or they're offshoots from other pineapples we planted. Some of the tops, you can plant one top, or
you can turn one top into, it
lots.
depends on the size of the top,
Yeah.
but you can cut it into multiple pieces.
Let's say 4 at least.
Yes, definitely 4. And it seems to me like it likes the shock of the cut, because I've even seen some that like fall apart and then you get 2 plants out of it.
Yeah. All right. Well, cool. More vincas. We love our vincas. This is our African blue basil. That's why we have this tomato cage around it, because this is just a magnificent pollinator. But it's the last one we have. All of the other ones died off over the winter, and you can't plant this from seed. You have to plant it from cuttings. So we're trying to baby this plant back into a little bush so we can look, it's starting to shoot off branches. So once these 2 branches under this flower here get a little bigger, we can cut them off and then plant those, and then I think we'll be in the clear.
I think we should just wait till it gets about the size of this, because it'll get this size pretty quick. And then at that point, we can turn it into a whole bunch. This is cassava, or a variegated tapioca. And this is not as good of one as the green for getting cassavas. It doesn't give you as big of pieces, but you do get smaller, probably more tender pieces. But this one looks way cool with the leaves and stuff.
It does. All right, we just planted a couple papayas because we've been lacking in papayas for about a year. So there's one of them right there. These are I think these are blue Javas too, or ice cream.
Ice cream bananas.
Yeah. And then on the other side, and this is probably one of our favorites. This is one of my favorites right here. This is the Mona Lisa bananas. Everything got shocked. We had a long, cold, dry winter here, but we're finally coming out of it. We actually got some rain last night, so everything's finally, you can see if I step back and look at these praying hands here, you can see the winter leaves there. Not only did they get beat up by the wind, but these plants didn't get a lot of water over the winter. I should have watered them more than I did, but I didn't, so. We have more pineapples.
That's a nice pineapple.
We got
another nice one back there.
And a couple nice ones back here. There's one right there.
Our Meyer lemon looks killer.
Yep, here's the lemon.
Lemons all over.
Yep, the lemon right in front. It does look, it's a nice kind of dwarf tree to have right here. This tree's been here for 2 or 3 years, and it's spiky. You gotta be careful.
I'm not sure how it is in relation with the bananas.
Yeah.
We might have to eventually.
Oh, here's a nice pineapple here.
Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, these are.
So you can see some of these plants, like this one right here, flowered and gave us a pineapple, and then it shot off another pup And we didn't separate them. We just left the mother plant there. It's probably best to separate them, but you don't have to.
You just let it clump in one spot, you know?
We'll probably need to break this up though after that. After this year.
I mean, I think when you break it up, the plant, like, because it gets heavy when the fruit's on it, it's more anchored than when it's just like flopping around all together in a clump, you know.
But you can see, we've popped in pineapples. There's just pineapples. They're popped in like ornamental plants everywhere. We have them everywhere. Okay, we got this is our best carambola, right? Our
Sri Kembangan.
I mean, maybe not our best variety, but our best specimen of a starfruit tree.
And it's, you know, it's getting like a nice trunk.
Yeah, it is. It's getting a nice thick trunk down there. This tree will get big. I can't wait. I mean, last year it was probably half this size, and we still got like 50 starfruit off of it, right?
We get it twice a year, in the fall and the spring.
Do we miss anything over here? Oh, well, we got some
pagoda flower back here that's looking pretty.
Right there.
We don't have a lot of red flowers in here.
You got these garlic chives here.
Yep, that's black garlic chives. Those are awesome.
Yeah,
you just
super
cut them up
easy to
and
grow.
throw them
Here's
in
another
anything.
one. I mean, we neglect these. We don't do anything. They're just there. We got the Cuban oregano. That's what this whole spread is right here.
There's some Florida spinach.
Yep, right here.
People call it, that's not Malabar spinach. That's
You would know better than me.
I don't think it's Malabar, because Malabar spinach is a vine.
Okay. The our Cuban oregano, though, is probably our most cold sensitive plant. We actually had a variegated variety of it that just died out one winter, and it doesn't even get below freezing here. It hasn't. We've been here for 10 years, and it's gotten below freezing once that I can think of, and that was for like 2 hours one night.
And this got so bad looking this winter from the cold that I just cut it all back. And when we were putting all this compost in, I just covered it all with compost, and it all just grew out of it again.
You got more of the Florida spinach popping out back there.
This is a sugar apple.
Yep. You see it has little flowers all over it. So I want to point something out about this sugar apple here. Right behind it is this Schefflera. It's like a money tree. This is something that someone would give you as a gift that used to be braided into 3, right? And we've had it in this pot forever. It was a house plant up in North Georgia for probably 10 years before we brought it down here. So we might have had this tree 15 plus years, right?
Yeah.
The money tree?
Yeah.
So it's been in a pot the whole time, and it's looked about like this. And same with this sugar apple. We had it in a pot for 3 years, and it looked exactly like this for 3 years. We planted it like a month and a half ago, and just look at all the growth coming out of it now down there. I know.
We need to probably cut all this down here.
I mean, it's just crazy.
So it's not so bushy. I'm looking for an open flower.
There's one right there.
Where?
Right in the back here.
I saw a big one earlier.
Right behind that leaf. I don't think you can.
Yeah. So I'm taking this spent flower and taking this flower here.
So we have to hand pollinate this one. We have trouble getting it.
This one won't pollinate on its own, but it does. It pollinates if you do that. I might need to get like a paintbrush, but you can see how small that pollen is.
Oh yeah, on your hand right there. It's teeny tiny.
But it does work. I have hand pollinated them a couple years ago. Last year we missed the window, but I need to do it this year to get some fruit because it's so good.
You can
brown
see.
Sugar.
Here's our line of vincas right here. They are just going off. Oh, look at the desert rose. We have some more desert roses we can show everybody. We have
cranberry hibiscus.
Yep, that's another one I was going to say pops up like a weed. There it is right there, but then here it is right here and all over there.
And this one is really good to add in salads. It has like a kind of like a cranberry taste actually.
These are our dwarf Orinoco bananas. We moved them from here because they were a nuisance. They kept falling into the path here, and now you can see we have like.
We'll have to move more, yeah.
Oh, I don't. These might just be water suckers. I don't know. That one looks pretty good.
Not.
Yeah, that one's not. Yeah.
None of them are. They all look good.
Yeah, they do look good. So we'll have to move them because they kept falling over this pathway.
And we had dwarf Cavendish over here.
Yeah.
And those stay so short.
Yeah.
I felt like they were in my face too.
And we like these better than dwarf Cavendish. So.
And these are pretty quick to fruit. So.
Yeah. This is another one. We passed it, but this big stand right here are praying hands bananas, and that's probably our favorite, right?
As far as a plant in the
Or
garden,
the dwarf Brazilian might be our favorite.
The dwarf Brazilian is probably my favorite but for eating, but this one's my favorite for in the garden.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd like to put them on the other side where the Mysores are, so we can have just giant bananas.
Yeah, they're huge.
On both sides of the entrance. It'd be cool.
All right, I think the last thing we have in here, we have the this beautiful beauty berry. It's just starting to flower.
Yeah. And we make bug spray with it.
We do. It's just starting to flower. We have a couple more pineapples popped in down here and tea plants. Oh, and then the red chili. This is probably one of them. This is probably my second favorite tea plant.
Oh yeah, I love this one.
The little chili pepper tea plant.
Yeah, and it's like narrow and fits in like a little pocket of the garden.
Yeah,
oh look, here's some more caterpillars.
Oh yeah.
It's a good year for the
look at them all.
Atala.
Holy cow.
Let's see if there's any cocoons on here. Are there any cocoons?
Oh, we have the one cocoon. Let's go show them.
Oh yeah.
The chrysalis over here.
This is a monarch cocoon.
Yes, it is.
It turned black.
Yeah. Oh, it did. Right there it is. Yeah.
I hope it's okay because it's been black for a minute. Sometimes that means that it might not be, but I think it will because it looks like it's still developing
it's silvery.
in there.
It's got that silver sheen to it. I don't want to be careful with it here.
They're really anchored on there.
Yeah, they are. I don't want to shake it. I'm like all shaky because I don't want to mess it up. Yeah, that's a monarch.
That's a monarch.
Yeah.
So hopefully that guy will come show us.
All right, I think that's everything for this front area here. I think I need a new battery in this camera, so I'm gonna go switch that out, and then we'll move on to another spot somewhere on our property and show everybody else some more stuff.
Sounds good.
All right, so we're kind of entering the front area of our property here, and we have a lot of different stuff planted here and a lot of the same stuff too. You'll see a lot of groupings of dracaenas and tea plants and bromeliads. We have this beautiful agave here. And again, all of these tropical ornamentals Teddy and I found on the side of the road during landscape debris pickup day. So it's just like, even this we found on the side of the road. It's just crazy. But you can see we kind of try and layer the taller plants in the back. This is a big, you said this had some flowers on it, the shell ginger?
Yeah, over here there's some really pretty blooms.
Oh, there's some, yeah. They were kind of at the end of the season, but
no, this one looks like it's just starting. Yeah. The variegated just has a smaller bloom than the green. The green has like big, you can see the leftovers of that one over there.
I think in this area, I'm looking, you can see we have lots of tea plants and stuff. Okay, so we have some edible stuff in here. We have the natal, whoops, sorry, go ahead.
Oh,
go ahead. We have the natal plum right here with these little white flowers. They almost look like shriveled up plumeria flowers.
Which we're not getting pollinated.
Yeah, they're not getting pollinated at all.
So,
and I don't understand why, because everybody around here has them, and they get these like delicious, like round red fruits on them. They're just so good.
And I'd say it's because it's not getting enough sun, but it's getting flowers.
Yeah. We do have, I think these are Mysores, that banana.
Yes.
And these bananas back here behind Annalisa. And then we do have this sorry little, which one was this?
That's the ice cream bean tree?
Yeah, and it obviously needs full sun. This has been here for like 2 years. It was bigger when we bought it. It was. It needs to be moved. And part of the problem was, hold on, I gotta show everybody. I forgot. Part of the problem was we had a gopher tortoise come through here about 2 years ago. And I think this is an abandoned burrow, but he kicked up a whole bunch of sand all over the plant.
I think it was when he was escaping from next door.
Gotcha.
He came out through that hole.
Yeah, during the construction next door. Yeah. All right, what were you about to show?
This is the Bente Cohol.
This banana?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it's starting to look good.
We've only gotten one fruit on it, and it fell. So we're hoping to get fruit on it this year. I think we will.
Didn't fall. It got blown over by a hurricane.
Yeah.
So I think that's the only food in this area. We have this bed right here. You can see that we line our garden beds with coconuts. You can see right here, which looks super cool, but occasionally they sprout. So this is not supposed to be here. We need to move this coconut out of here.
This is a king coconut though, you can tell by the golden part.
Yeah, so that's one we want to keep probably.
So these get the best water.
Yeah. But it doesn't need to be right here, so it's got to go. This used to be.
Pretty orchid here. I'm gonna bring it in my house.
Oh yeah, look at that.
I wanted to leave it here.
So that sat out all winter.
Yep.
Just right here, and it just flowered. Man, it's pretty, isn't it? Holy cow.
And here's an Everglades tomato I got from my friend that we're babying right now. I just planted some of the red tomatoes to get that going again in our yard. That's a really good tomato to grow here.
It's excellent. This is not going to be where it ends up. It's sitting right there because the sprinklers hit that pot and it's in the shade. And we wanted to really baby it because we used to have this one and it all died. They're so prolific.
I kind of want to just keep pulling the tomatoes off of it too while it's ripening and planting them.
Yeah.
So.
All right, you can just see, here's the front yard. We got these beautiful live oaks. They give us a lot of shade in the summertime. Cabbage palms. These cabbage palms and these live oaks are a huge habitat for all the native wildlife, birds and, you know, critters and stuff. Same with this right here, this coffee, the wild coffee. Gets tons of berries. It's just starting to flower now, but it gets tons of berries all over it.
The birds love it.
Birds love it. This is another native one right in front of Annalisa, the saw palmetto. It just flowered right here. It gets these big green berries that people
that turn black.
People go nuts for. I've mentioned it before on the channel, but they're illegal to harvest because they're used for a whole bunch of different stuff, natural remedies and stuff, hair loss and stuff. But we have seen people every year harvesting them illegally from vacant lots, from parks, you know, so and so. I mean, it's apparently such a big problem here that you can harvest them on your own property and use them yourself, but if you want to harvest them on your own property and sell them, you need a permit for that even.
So I think that this is the main source of food for bears.
For the black bear?
For the black bears. Not here. We don't have bears.
Yeah, we don't have bears.
Island,
Whew.
Inland. Yeah.
We don't live on a big island.
Must be why the bears keep their hair for so long.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
From eating the soft palmetto berry.
All right, so back here, I don't know why I'm showing this, but this is kind of our like potting and staging area all back here, and we have some boats that I need to move. But I wanted to show everybody this. This is kind of a sampling of some of the stuff that we have gotten on our Plant Pirates adventures that I haven't planted yet. Well, I popped these agaves in the ground so they wouldn't die, but all these bromeliads are just laying here. They don't need to be planted. You can take this bromeliad, throw it over there, and it'll be fine forever. It'll just plant itself. But this is just kind of a selection of some stuff we get. This Dracaena right here, this looks like about the one I showed earlier that's by our front door now, and it's 16 feet tall.
This needs to be potted back.
That needs to be planted.
Yeah.
You know. There's a couple desert roses. These were real scores. That's why we potted these. That one's
look,
like
agave. The agave that's not even planted is blooming.
So this, anyways, is kind of like our just potting staging area. We'll pull plants from this and reuse them.
We're running out of space. We got to make more garden beds.
Yeah, we do. All right, this is which Candarin? This is a big giant banana right here. It keeps getting blown over by the hurricanes, though. We haven't tried it yet.
I think it's going to be okay now.
We got a mango tree right here that Teddy and I found on the side of the road. Gave us 3 mangoes last year. They were delicious.
Yeah, they're like jelly.
They were delicious. This year, all the mangoes got eaten by the squirrels. So
yeah, we had a couple.
There you go. If you're wondering, this hedge in the background are areca palms. I planted them here to try and block out the construction we had to deal with. But my neighbor, you can see this hedge is probably 3 years old now. Some of the plants are maybe 12, 15 feet tall. You can see on the other side here, though, my neighbor planted an areca hedge like 20 years ago, and it's just a solid like wall of green right there. It's like we have like palm tree walls. It's so like killer. It was a huge undertaking for me to plant all these. I think there was like 90. I think we planted 95 of them. Yeah, and they came in pots that were like that she could sit in just about. We had to borrow the guys.
We still use them.
We had to borrow the guy's tree dolly to move them around. They're so heavy.
Well, we returned a lot of the pots to the first guy we were getting them from.
So we do have some edible stuff up here. A lot of this is ornamentals. Oh, one thing that I want to show everybody is right over here. We just planted it. It was one of our favorite edibles that we've been without for probably 2 years. Yeah, we've been trying to get them going. Well, this one isn't going. Where is it?
Well, we just haven't had a chance to get a plant.
Where is it? Where is it? Right. There it is. See this? Here's just another bed of ornamentals and stuff, but this is what I want to show everybody is passion vine. This is just such a, and look at this. So we planted this last month. In fact, it might have been in our last garden tour. And it was this, we bought it. You can see it's got these little wooden stakes. We bought it and it was this tall from, where'd you get it? Home Depot or something?
Yeah, it was at Home Depot.
Okay. And now this is just 1 month's growth. You can see it's running right up there. And then this one is run all the way up there.
And this is purple passion fruit.
It is.
Not,
yeah.
There's one with a red flower on it that's like an ornamental one that does not give you fruit. So this one seems like it dies every 3 years.
Yeah.
So you have to get new ones going.
Yeah, ours.
In year 1, we need to be getting cuttings of this and, propagating
Oh,
it
look.
to get it in different areas.
Look, it ran all the way over here too.
Uh-huh.
Look at that. Yes, it does. The one that we had that gave us about a bajillion passion fruits grew to a vine thicker than my arm, and then it died off. And I was fertilizing it and everything.
I think we planted 2 like this on that fence. Yeah, and it jumped the fence and went up the trees. So this time we just put it at a tree.
The thing about this is that you harvest these, you eat them when they fall. So it doesn't matter that this vine runs all the way up and fruits all the way up in there.
We'll have to just
the squirrels like them. And yes, as these start to fruit, I'm going to get rid of this. As much as I love it, I'm going to cut the fern back and maybe get rid of the Song of India and stuff.
Just clear the
just so I
bottom a
can
little
see the fruits, because that's more important to me than the Song of India.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's see, we got another bed here. I don't think there's anything edible in this bed, just some more bromeliads.
Shampoo ginger and a pineapple.
We do have this shampoo ginger, yeah. We do, oh yeah, well there's a, yeah, wait a minute. There's a pineapple, there's a pineapple, there's a pineapple. I just noticed back here, we got a couple bananas, but we have this dragon fruit right here. So we got some edible stuff in here. We have this old boat.
On these weeds up here, so that the dragon fruit can.
All right.
We got cantaloupe.
We do, yeah. This was our leftover mulch, a compost that we're gonna just spread around the garden. But we popped some bananas in here for now, and we were gonna try and do a little banana circle out of part of it, and gave up and did.
So now we're just.
Yeah, now we have a whole bunch of cantaloupe. Let's not even look at that. Why are we showing everybody that? All right, let's
look at the monstera.
Let's move over here. Yeah, well, we got a couple things before the monstera. We got
we got another papaya over here.
Hold on. We got the Thai black and the Saba. And the Saba gets huge.
Both of these are magnificent.
They are.
Showstoppers. So,
yeah.
Like,
some more pineapple.
Here's the papaya.
It's another papaya we just planted.
But it's gotten, twice as thick at the base already.
Yeah,
that's a quick one. Whoa, look at this. Ixora moved over here.
I think it's just when we mulched, we mulched over it.
Gotcha. Well, it looks like it rooted.
It probably did, All right, we got our Jamaican strawberry tree.
Yep.
Do we have any on there?
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah, we do. Hold on, I see some. So here's the flowers.
Right there. Like strawberry flowers. Here's one.
Yeah, hold on. Here's the green berries right here, and then that's the one I just saw over here.
And there's one here too.
Yeah, here we go. So here they are, and these taste like cotton candy. They're so good.
They are so good. They literally taste just like the cotton candy.
Hold on. Let me just show everybody real quick. Yeah. So there you go. It's like a little red round fruit. Here you go.
But this one will be a lot sweeter than that one.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because this one's a darker red.
Oh yeah. For sure.
And the ones that are sometimes if you eat them a little too not pink, they taste like popcorn jelly beans.
Yeah, they do. Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah, but this is a fun one. The kids can come out here and just pick off of it. They are good. There's another one. See it over there? Very end. Yeah, there you go. Can I have one? I'm gonna have one. Oh yeah.
So this one's just starting from the long winter.
Yep. And, we'll get fruit on this from now until what? Like December?
Until it gets cold.
Yeah. All right, here's our we have several monstera planted, but this is the most magnificent one that we have.
This is 2 plants.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. There's 2 vines.
Oh, there is, yeah.
And that's why we have fruit on both of them.
Yeah, we got fruit all over it. We got fruit down here.
All right, I think this fruit is ready.
I think it is too. This one that's leaning, maybe. I don't know.
We've got it. Last year we waited too long.
I know, we did. We
missed it.
We've been growing it. We've been getting fruit successfully for years, and we've never tried it because we just keep missing it. How does it feel?
I don't know. I mean, I think at some point you gotta just pick it and then let it come in and ripen.
Yeah.
I
All
don't
right,
know.
we need everybody's tips down there. People have given us tips before, like when the scales start to get soft on the end and stuff, but like when we wait for that,
Then it's gone.
it's just gone. So we need some
there's
help
more
here.
over here. I mean, we have like 7 of these
Yeah,
guys
I know.
to eat.
I know.
And it's apparently supposed to be like the most delicious fruit in the world, right?
We've never
It's supposed
tried
to
it.
be
Can't be better than mangoes. No way.
Yeah.
No way.
I don't know.
No way, no how.
But we don't know because we've never tried it.
No way, no how. All right, I think that's everything we have up here. You can see we got more coconut palms that have sprouted that need to be moved. That's not where I want coconut
We
palms.
popped in a bunch of crinum lilies.
All
along
these,
the
yeah.
Here,
These, oh, that
which
one's
took a
about to
while
flower.
because of the shade, but
Yeah.
they're going now.
We got to get rid of all these coconut palms. This has got to happen like this year.
I wanna
They're-
plant
They're
them
getting
all.
too big.
Brett
Oh, they're
won't
so
let me. He
messy.
says
We
they're
can't.
so messy.
They are so messy. Oh my gosh.
They're just amazing.
I know.
We
Okay.
have every single one is amazing.
They are. And before everybody, okay, to some extent, I'm on her side. I want as many as I can have, but they are very messy. And we will show everybody down there that we have like 25 of them.
I know, but
We have a lot of them already.
Also, we could sell them as full trees,
We could. We do have a Florida. We are.
Nursery
We do. We could start selling plants.
and we can make them all cool shapes.
All right. Okay. We're gonna stand here and argue about the coconut palms a little bit longer, and then we'll show everybody else another part of our garden.
Oh, that's looking good.
What is? Yeah. All right. So yeah, I'll show everybody here. We're kind of in our side yard here through this little pathway. Maybe I'll walk through this pathway because this has some interesting stuff too. You can see this is where we started up here, right here. And then you go through this little pathway and we've kind of just popped in a whole bunch of like weeping tropical ornamental stuff. So when you walk through here, it kind of brushes against you. We got this big patch of tall ornamentals here. Now this is one, we don't prop bananas very often, but we do have a big propping stick over here somewhere, right here, an old, I don't know, piece of pool equipment or something that I use to prop these because they give us huge batches of huge bananas. So I feel like it's worth it to prop them. This one will obviously see the lean that's already going on it. I bet it's about to flower.
They're a big banana.
You can see, yeah, you can see that the crown of the plant there where the leaves come out, it'll start to fatten because when it's about to push out a flower. That one kind of looks like it's gonna. We have some bananas over here. You just pointed out, right?
Yeah, these are
No, this is
Rajapuri?
Rajapuri, yeah. So this one flowered in the winter. I need to cut this flower off because we're not going to get any more bananas off of it. And it flowered in the winter, so you can see we probably don't have a lot here, though you'd be surprised. This is probably like 48 bananas.
Oh yeah,
Something like that, or more. Sometimes these are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, so yeah, 48 bananas on each hand.
These are good bananas.
There's 5 hands of bananas. Could be more than 48 bananas, so. But it should be a bigger rack. You could see how many you could get if we had watered it and if we had a warmer winter.
We just added this compost.
Yeah, we just added the
after
compost.
It produced the flowers. So.
This one just flowered, I noticed the other day, and I don't have super high hopes for it either.
No.
Because it flowered.
It's a small flower.
Yeah, and it flowered like right at the beginning of spring.
Well, this is the first flower we've gotten though. This is the tall namwa.
Yeah.
And this one hasn't been great. It's either not a good spot, location.
Oh, it's
or
the
we're
location.
Not,
It doesn't
we're not
get.
giving it enough, but
My sprinklers don't hit it here, and we don't get a lot of rain. So it's definitely location.
Yeah. And we haven't been irrigating like we should either, so.
Well, I started fixing our sprinkler heads, so
Yeah.
I'm starting to use them. We had several that I've mowed over the past couple years.
That were flooding the yard.
Yeah, and I kind of, in fact, there's still one right here somewhere. I don't know where it is. I need to mark it. It's like right in here somewhere. I think it's right here that's flooding the yard. You'd never, yep, right here.
Yeah, right
Hole
there.
right here. So I need to fix this one down here. 'Cause it got mowed over. All right, we got the tall Orinoco's. We got, go ahead, what you got?
Suriname cherries.
Oh, the Suriname cherry. I forgot about
This
that.
is the black Suriname
And
cherry.
it's fruiting.
And it's been fruiting for like a month now.
That,
It gets
that
really-
one's not ready to pick. Hold on.
No, it
don't-
has to be real dark.
Yeah. Don't pick any more of them. They're not. I saw another one. Yeah, they need to get darker than that. You probably could eat that. Let's see if I can find one down here that fell off the tree. They get real dark.
Like black.
Yeah. So there's a we've grown the red Suriname cherry, but the kids didn't like it. I didn't either. Didn't taste great.
Tasted, well, I think I ruined it because I made a pie with them.
You did make. She tried to make a pie out of it. That was real gross.
It was the most gross thing I
it
think
was,
I've ever
yeah.
made.
And
All right, well,
she's
I'm
a good
just gonna eat
baker,
this.
but yeah, just at least you can show everybody what the seed looks like on the inside. It's got like a big round seed on the inside. Yep, there we go.
And yeah, I mean,
It wasn't ripe, I told you.
I have goosebumps. And like,
That's how good it is,
and
folks.
I'll eat anything, people. Seriously. That, I would say, unripe, it tastes like a pepper berry.
Yeah, they have a peppery bit to it when they're ripe even, but they're not near ripe. They get real dark.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. All right, beside that, we got...
Turn around, we got the oranges.
Oh, yes,
Which
we got the...
some
Yeah, so here's
cleanup.
this black soot that gets
Yeah.
on the leaves that we were talking about that gets on the guavas sometimes. You can literally rub this off, see? Just rub
You
it
can
off
clean
with
it
my
off
finger.
with water
Yeah.
and just scrub it.
This tree only has it in this one little spot, so...
But look, there's still fruit on it.
Yep.
We have, these are mandarin oranges.
Yep.
Here's another one.
Oh, that's a nice little one right there.
This is like a teeny tiny
Where?
one.
Oh, yeah, it is.
But
It
look,
might
there's
not
one
make it.
there, there's one there. There's a
Oh,
lot
yeah,
of
look
little
at them all.
ones.
Yeah. Sweet. Oh, here's a bunch.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
This one we could probably pull off right there. If that scarring is that bad right now,
Yeah.
by the time it gets big, it's going to be real bad. So, of course, we could juice them too. There's a bunch
Yeah.
up here.
Yeah, in the sun, that's where they're
Yeah.
all at.
It's a nice sized tree though. If I step back, you can see her standing next to it. We planted it within the last 5 years, and it wasn't huge when we planted it. And
I
it's
think maybe it could be thinned out some. I think that's why it's getting the sooty mold, because
Could
there's
be.
just not enough like
airflow.
airflow
Yeah.
through it. So I think if we,
Another thing we
leave
could
it
do,
a little bit.
we could take half of this Schefflera out right here
Uh-huh.
to give it more airflow.
Yeah, because then we'll get airflow coming in through
Yeah.
here. It could be from the air conditioner.
Oh, I need to
Too.
do some weeding in here, don't I? This is a theme or a motto in our garden, which is what? Pick a weed and pull it. Every time we're outside, because we don't use chemicals, we have to weed everything ourselves. So you just got to pick a weed and pull it. You got to keep up with
Honestly,
it.
compared to where we live in Georgia,
Oh,
the
yeah.
weeds here are a joke, because in Georgia the ground is full of clay, and like you literally have
Yeah,
to like
it's-
after a certain point of the summer in Georgia, you just
Give
give
up. Yeah.
So here at
This
least
is
it's
easy.
soft. You can just yank it up. It's
Easy
to
peasy.
do.
All right, let's see. The final thing we have this. I got a. The house was just painted, and I feel, and this was getting real mildewy, these windows and everything, because these plants
of
are.
these plants.
Yeah. So the plants don't look great anyway. So this
No.
this has got to go. I think these bananas. This stand of which ones were those? Those were the Lacatan. These are Lacatan bananas. These got to go too. They're touching
These
the
are
house.
Lacatan. These are the
Yeah,
the
these are these ornamental blood bananas or something.
Yeah.
But the Lacatan's got to go. They're leaning up against my house. Like they
you
already
make
got
sure
dirt.
them-
Already got dirt on my brand new paint job. So they
Yeah.
got to go.
Yeah.
What banana is this? Do you remember? There's a little tag here. No, that's not a tag. That looks
This
like,
is the super red
what
plantain.
is this? Oh, super red?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
And then here's a cassava you pulled out of the ground. I don't know. And it rooted.
Yep. Oh, is it just sitting there?
Yeah, look. You pulled it out of the
Oh
ground.
yeah, look at
and
that. It's just sitting
I
there.
pulled it out.
And it's
now.
already, and we just propped it up against the fence and it rooted itself. That's another one we find on Plant Pirates. You can plant from cuttings real easy.
The yellow plumeria looks awesome right now. All
It
of them,
does.
all of our little yellow plumerias
Oh, we
are
got
just
some nice
going
plumerias we can show everybody.
off. Oh man, it smells so
I know,
good too.
I know, it
The
does.
best.
Oh, that one's not great. Oh, look at that. All right, cool. I think that's everything in the side yard over here. Like I said, I need to redo this area. We need to open up a little bit of air for the citrus tree there.
I think we're gonna put boat storage here.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
We could also put a little raised garden bed here for vegetables.
Yeah, we got the river back behind us here, and I have some boats stored down here. And I have another boat rack down there by the water, but I mean, during hurricane season, sometimes the water comes all the way up here, like all the way up here. So we gotta move the boats further up the property. Can't keep them down there. I gotta shut this too while we're here. All right, I think that's it over here. Let's go check on the kids real quick and then move to another spot in the yard. All right, so we decided to walk down to the water because we do have some projects going on down here. They're not plant gardening related, but they are environmental and gardening related. You can see real quick, I have dock pieces there, and I actually own my own man-made island in the state of Florida, because the last hurricane took out our dock here. And yeah, I know that was almost a year ago. I haven't fixed it yet because we have a lot of other priorities in life. I need to fix it. So right now we have an island out there. Super cool. But why are we here? Why are we out here?
So the Restore Our Shores organization that works with the zoo, with the Brevard Zoo, they planted 50,000 clams about, what, a week or so ago?
Yeah. Oh, you can see them right there.
Yeah, you can see then there's 5 bags that are...
See one right there, 2, maybe 2, 3,
ground. We probably
4.
need to go out there. Like the clams, the baby clams, like put sand over the top of the bags, like, because that's what they naturally want to do. So, you know, that'll help keep them growing and everything. And then we have to watch for conch shells or crown conchs and like toadfish. Sometimes the conchs will lay their eggs in the bags, and they'll eat all your clams. So all we do basically is like keep them swept off and keep the predators off of them.
Let me cut in real quick. People might be wondering, why are we planting clams?
Oh, well, because they clean the water.
There we go.
And they work hand in hand with seagrass. And,
yes, and that's, yes.
And so I'm sure...
you can see this dark splotches here.
That's not, I don't think
that's seagrass.
You think?
Yeah, that's seagrass for sure.
Well, this is all new right here.
This is all new. So this is all new seagrass.
And this is where all the clams...
This is never, in the 5-6 years we've owned this property, we've never had seagrass here. This is new this year.
Yeah.
And the seagrass is important for a lot of reasons, for the water quality and everything else, but it's also
it's food. It's the only thing that the manatees eat.
Right.
And if you see a manatee, they eat a lot.
They eat a lot. Manatees are big creatures.
Yeah. So, but everywhere where they've thrown, like, so after the clams get to be adult size, they just throw them in the sand and let them bury themselves and just live like they would naturally.
So what they'll do, you're saying they'll dig up these bags.
Once so they do 2 different bags. These are like the nursling bag, and then they'll come back out in a month or so and take them out of these bags and put them in bigger whole mesh bags, because it just gives them more of a chance to live, because there's more filtration for them and everything when they have bigger holes in the bags.
That's one thing I want to point out. Just cut in, you see this fish swimming around the bag, all over the top of the bag. That's one benefit, a fringe benefit of us participating in this program, is it makes the fishing at our dock way so better, because the fish,
now, all of this,
all fish love clams.
Well, we have so many more. It's not just that, it's the grass provides camouflage for everything.
Yeah.
Before, when we first moved here, we always had fish at the poles because there's structure there, and now they're like in here, wherever the seagrass is fish too. It's awesome. Now it's mostly little fish in the seagrass.
It is, yeah. You can see though, today's a windy day. We have some chop on the water here, and it's still very clear. This is the water quality. What you're looking at here is the Indian River Lagoon, and it's notorious. If you just look it up on the internet, it's had a long history of being overfished, overclammed, and then the pollution runoff from agriculture, from residential chemicals,
from all the non-permeable,
even from septic tanks.
That are like, so more water's coming into the river.
But anyways, it went through several decades of just a dire water quality, and it's starting to come back. It's real amazing. It still has a long way to go, but
because of all these conservation, the Love Our Lagoon, there's so many people that are pushing to clean this river.
I think a lot of the new fishing law regulations, we have neighbors that have been here forever, and they have stories of, when back in the 70s, they'd go through here and tear up every clam they could find for the...
Yeah, they were clamming boats out there that were just digging them up, and then they were digging up the seagrass. I mean, I don't know how you save the seagrass when you're pulling the clams up.
Yeah.
So anyways, they filter, each clam filters, once they're adults, they filter a good amount. Just for one of them filters gallons of water a day.
It's like 40 gallons a day or something.
Like a clam or an oyster is like 50 gallons a day.
Oh, right. Yeah.
A clam is less than that, maybe like 30. I don't know for sure, but
we'll post down below.
But they definitely clean the water. the mangroves clean, and they catch a lot of the runoff.
That's what this plant is here.
Off all the non-permeable structure, all the non-permeable surfaces, and septic tanks.
So these mangroves, now there's laws against, these mangroves are all protected here now. I can't just go and start cutting this mangrove. There's rules to, I think you have to keep it 4 feet or something like that. So I mean,
from like ground level.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure as a homeowner, I can't just come out and do that. I got to get a special,
you have to get a professional,
company to do it.
That's like licensed.
You know, and you might ask why you would even cut it down. You know, it's because people want to preserve obviously their view from their home or whatever. But you know, we could have mangroves along this whole seawall here and just keep them at 4 foot high, and that would add. It would soften our seawall for one. We didn't put the seawall in, it's just here.
And really the seawall is in perfect shape where the
mangrove is. Yeah, it's falling apart right here. It's falling apart, yeah. All right, cool. Well, that's why I know we're not in the garden right now, but I wanted to just walk down here and give an update on the program. If you're interested in participating in the program, whether you're a waterfront homeowner or just anyone in Brevard or surrounding counties that are interested in, there's all sorts of stuff you can do for the program.
Yeah,
you can build
a seagrass growing one. They have mangroves, clams, oysters, native plantings along the
there's a lot of ways you can participate and not be a homeowner. So you could even be here on vacation and participate.
And they're doing them at our neighborhood dock too. So even at our neighborhood dock, our neighbors are able to do the oysters, and they're getting clams too.
So if you are interested in any of the programs we just mentioned, again, the organization is it's through the Brevard County Zoo, but it's the Restore Our Shores Foundation. I'll put a link below. You can Google it. It's pretty easy to find. It's a fun way to volunteer.
Yeah, you get to spend time on the water.
Get to spend time out in nature. I was hoping if we'd stand here long enough, like a eagle ray or a manatee would swim by, or a dolphin. Usually we see something cool while we're out here, but
pretty shallow.
It is pretty shallow today, and I imagine the water's pretty warm today too. It's pretty warm outside, so. All right, we're gonna look around here a little bit longer. Oh, looks like a sheep's head.
A lot of fish.
Yeah. We'll stay out here a little bit longer looking, but we still got a couple more things to show everybody up there. All right, so we're making our way back up to the house, but I just want to point out we're arguing about the need for more coconut palms, or maybe not more coconut palms, but we do have a lot of coconut palms.
That's a dwarf right there.
Got one right here. Yeah, that's full size right there, which is killer because we can harvest everything easy. There's a grackle. And then we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 right there. There's a little one right there. Teddy and I planted 3 or 4 more little ones right over here. And I think don't we have 2 or 3 in this corner over here? Like right there? Yeah, so I think we got like 25 coconut palms. That's probably enough, right?
I think that this all right here should be coconut palms.
Just this whole
we should make a whole orchard of coconut palms right here.
Killer. And look at all the coconuts we're getting up there.
And I can make baskets out
of it. I know. I mean, honestly, we don't use this part of the yard very often. We could have coconut palms. So I'd have to plant them in a way that's easy to mow. But man, look at them all. They're just loaded. I gotta come out here and cut some of these down. These, I don't think these have given us coconuts yet, right?
No.
So to give everybody an idea,
over here has.
Let's see, to give everybody an idea, oh yeah, that one back there.
This one has them up in there.
To give everybody an idea of how fast these grow in the right conditions. Like this one was planted about a year ago. It's still about the size of, a little baby, not a baby, but a teenager sprouted coconut, we'll say. We planted these right here, these big ones, these 3 big ones 4 years ago. And they were
ones on either side too.
Yeah.
Obviously those
I don't know what happened. Yeah, these 3, maybe the neighbor's sprinkler hits it or something, but those went from that size to that size right there, probably 20 foot tall in 4 years. I mean, they're just a fast growing tree.
They are down by the river.
Yeah, our water table's real high here. Like I said, during hurricane season, the river will come up over some storms, the river will come up over the seawall and go all the way up to the sea grape hedge by our pool enclosure there. It's kind of scary.
I guess that's one thing to consider is the coconut palms. This is all water sometimes.
It is. This is like a big pool sometimes, yeah.
So we'd have to add some dirt.
All right, let's walk up here. Let's finish the tour. While we're standing right here, we can point out some of these big trees on both sides of the yard. We'll go over to these in just a minute. And we have these 2 mango trees here that did not do well this year. They didn't.
Some mangoes.
Yeah, there's a couple. We could probably pick that one. We could probably start picking them. There's one over here too. They're so high up.
I would wait until they get redder.
There's a couple up here. There's one right there. Unfortunately, we didn't have a huge crop of mangoes this year, and the squirrels came through. I bet we can find some down here. The squirrels are like just terrible with mangoes. They'll pick them off when they're green and take like 1 bite out of them. Oh, I don't see any. That's surprising.
No, I don't think we got a lot pollinated this year. It just wasn't.
Oh no, I found lots of squirrel eating mangoes.
Oh, you did?
Yes, they're not my favorite.
That's not a crab hole. That's a snake hole, I think.
I don't think so. That's a crab hole.
You think?
Oh yeah, these are all ground crabs. They're the blue land crabs. So when the water table's high, they'll all be up out of the ground.
This one.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Cool thing about these is they dig up dirt. You see they make these little piles when they're digging up dirt, and our property, this whole island used to be inhabited by Native Americans, and we often find pottery back here.
I'm not looking for it now.
Yeah, we can, I mean, almost every time we look, we can find a little piece of Native American pottery. Let's see. Of course, it's not going to happen now, but
Teddy was out here. He'd find it.
yeah, yes, he would. Is that some right there? No. All right, well, let's just keep going. So anyways, the mangoes, we do have some mangoes on the tree. You see one up there, but we didn't get a massive crop this year.
10 total.
Let's see, if I step back out here and look this way, these 2 killer looking trees right here are gumbo limbos. And they're just so cool. They're a native tree, provide a ton of habitat and food for the local wildlife. Lots of little berries. It's a great shade tree. It's also called the tourist tree because it has this bark that looks like peeling sunburnt skin. But just killer trees. They don't give us food. That's my biggest complaint is that they're taking up some prime real estate here, and there's no food for us. There's just food for the animals, but we gotta provide for them too, I guess, right?
Yeah, and it all goes hand in hand.
Yeah. All right, we got this beautiful staghorn fern right here.
We didn't grow it. This was here when we moved
Yeah.
here.
These are some of the boats that I was talking about. You've probably seen lots of boats in this video. We need to organize the boats a little bit better. There's no doubt.
Sea grape popping up.
All right, we got several varieties of bananas. Well, we have some chaya right there. You can see we just pruned this. It fell over. Yeah, so it got real big, and then I'll show you another one over here that's real big. But it fell over, so Annalisa pruned it and just literally just stuck it back in the ground, and it's doing fine. I think this is the
dwarf namwa.
Dwarf namwa, yeah.
And then there's a green tea plant next to that.
This green tea plant, this beautiful green tea plant right here. And then we got these apples over here, or rhino horn?
This is apples. We lost our rhino horns.
Yeah, so these bananas do great here. They obviously love the soil and stuff, but the wind coming off the river from the storms and hurricanes just batter the bananas back here. So I don't know. She's standing right next to a Brogden avocado that's due to do something for us soon.
Yeah, it's never done anything. We planted it when we moved in.
So, I mean, it's still alive.
It's good and it's green, and
yeah.
One of these days we'll get something off of it.
These days. I think we have another star fruit peppered in here
yeah, it's
somewhere.
right here. And
We got more dracaenas and tea
I think
plants.
we should put the guava over here and put the star fruit.
I think you're right, yeah.
Where the guava
So the
is.
guava, we'll show the guava in just a minute. Real quick, just step back. You can see here's our assortment of agaves and bromeliads and tea plants. We kind of pepper that in everywhere, but that's a special.
This is the purple
the second
passion fruit.
Second passion fruit we planted about a month ago, and you can see this one hasn't run as far as the one up front has.
The other one has more like
Yeah.
to grow up.
You
So.
can see we're also running dragon fruit up into these cabbage palms.
This is a golden dragon fruit here.
The one on this one?
The one that's with the passion fruit.
There's some cassava.
Cassava.
This is one that we've gotten tons of cassava root off of in the past. We just rip it out of the ground, take all the roots, and poke it right back in the ground.
This was our original one.
Yeah, you can just snap off like one of these branches and just poke it in the ground, and it'll survive.
Yeah. And this is the variety that gives you bigger roots than the other variegated kind we have.
Look at the apple cactus here. It's flowering.
Oh, nice. I love those flowers.
Yeah, I know.
That's exciting.
I do too. It's stuck on there from this.
Spiky.
Yeah. All right. So here's the other guava we've been talking about. We've been working on rejuvenating this. It's still got some back here.
Yeah.
The whole plant was covered in black sooty mildew or mold or whatever. The whole thing was about a month ago, and we've cleaned it up.
Scrubbed it.
Yeah, we pruned it. We opened up some sunlight here for it.
Looking way better.
Yeah, and now it's starting to shoot off nice, healthy growth. We probably could just go through here and snap off some of this old stuff. But we don't have to, you know, like I said earlier, that the guava we have in the front yard is huge. It's too big to like hand take care of like this. But once they establish and get healthy, and you keep it healthy, it'll usually fight off these kind of problems on its own. We'll just cut it off.
Yeah. Scissors.
Cut it off.
We've got some Okinawan spinach and some kachuk back there.
Yeah, we do. We got more of that.
Some more dragon fruit.
Where right here?
Up here that we'll get flowers on, and then we need to figure out how to pollinate it.
Yeah, it got flowers last year and it didn't get pollinated.
I think you need to pollinate it with a different kind of fruit, a different variety.
Oh, well, we have 2 or 3 of them right there.
Oh yeah, we just need to get 2 flowering varieties.
Yeah.
We just have 1.
We got more pineapples popped in here. There's one. I think one has a little grenade pineapple on it. I don't have a lot of hopes for that pineapple.
It'll still be good.
It'll still be good for sure. It'll just
more kuntis back there for the Atala butterflies. Sweetheart banana right here.
I'll step back here and we'll just point out this banana here is a sweetheart. We have these beautiful plumeria up here. I can't get the camera up there. Just beautiful. Oh, maybe I can. I think this is like forgot it's like a selfie stick. So you can see those flowers up there. Just gorgeous. We have some more plumeria right over here. We have some more. Well, let's see. We have this shell ginger.
Here's a flower.
Oh yeah, look at that. Nice.
This is a special one. It's like pink and yellow.
And here's this yellow and white one that we showed you earlier. This is like the most fragrant variety, plumeria.
It's the best smelling. It's all what it smells like all around it.
Oh, we got our bird of paradise here, our orange bird of paradise. We have the giant white birds of paradise in the front. I didn't show them, but more vincas. More vincas. Oh, all these pineapples. So all these pineapples we moved from a different spot in the garden. They all had some black mold on them, and we just cleaned them up.
By the guava.
Yep.
So we moved, we opened up space around the guava so it would have less mildew.
Real quick, we skipped it. We have this giant common mulberry tree right here. Let's go see if we have any mulberries on it. We also have this big avocado here. I think it's a choquette. It's the kind that gives you avocados like the size of a football, just about.
Yeah, like that.
Size of a pineapple. Yeah. It's hard to spot the pineapple. Oh, why am I blanking? The avocados on it though. They like blend in with the leaves.
Yeah.
You gotta look for like a slightly darker leaf. Like, is that one up there? Is that a leaf?
I think it's a leaf. I haven't seen any fruit on it. I've really looked at it.
How about the mulberry?
Old winter.
Do you have any mulberries left? Oh, there's some up there. There's a big one up there.
One right there.
Is there one there? Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh. You want it?
Can you get it?
Yeah, here you go, babe. Whoa, look at that one.
I don't mind if I do.
Yeah,
but
let me see. Yeah. I know, I always cringe when the kids come out here. They all run around under this tree and then their feet are just like covered in. Let's see, we have any more?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that looked like a good one.
I think it's my favorite berry.
Oh yeah, no
doubt.
doubt.
Oh, look at this one.
We've been harvesting mulberries for years and years and years and years. Well, what you got? Where is it? Oh yeah, look at that one. Oh, she can't reach it and I can. What a bummer. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. I'm eating that one. Oh boy.
You got the one next to it,
Man, they're so good. All right, so we do have some mulberries. I can't see any avocados. If I see them as we're standing here, I'll try and point them out, but we got our sea grape hedge here. We've been debating, I love sea grapes, but this is like a prime full sun spot for some better stuff, so.
We might want to put like a patio right there.
Yeah,
With
and a door,
with
maybe
gardens all around it, maybe like a pathway. Be cool.
Yeah, have a door that comes out of one of those screens maybe.
Yeah.
And like have a hangout area here so we can enjoy the view and stuff. I think I saw this banana flowered.
Yeah. We don't know what this one is. We were sold a red banana.
Yeah.
But obviously it's not a red
banana.
banana.
Rack doesn't look terrible.
No, it looks good.
Like a bigger rack than
nice
that.
Big flower on it.
Yeah, and I don't think we're getting any more bananas off this. Yeah, that's it. But so I should cut the flower off that. I wish the rack was a little bigger, but that's better than I was hoping for, considering when it flowered. Oh, look at that plumeria right there. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, look at that one.
Look at that. Where did that come from?
I think we just stuck it in the ground.
Oh, we need to move this. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I didn't know that was there, did you?
No.
Oh my gosh, we gotta move that. We gotta move it. There's another mystery plumeria right there.
Is that the Goldfinger bananas? Those
Yeah,
little ones
these
back
two
there?
little ones. They got blown over by a hurricane.
Blown over one.
Yeah.
And then is there another
Oh
banana?
man, look at that.
Yeah. Is this a different kind
No, they're all the same.
Okay.
Look at that one. I love that one. That is killer.
It is.
All right, and then we have our ornamentals again, mix of this kind of stuff. Well, I don't think we've shown a green Song of India.
Song of India, yeah.
We just had a.
Look how tall it is.
Yeah, I know. Look, the ginger here. So, what I was talking about earlier, the Hawaiian shampoo ginger gets flowers that look a lot like these flowers, but they shoot off from the bases of the plant. These shoot off up here, and then they shoot off these little things that Annalisa just pulled out, and you can eat them, and they taste like little lemon drops. They're so good. Man, they're good.
And they almost taste like there's sugar in them.
They almost all have like a little ant in them, but
yeah.
Oh, look at all the ants. There's tons of ants in it. Oh well, it's protein.
That's probably what the sweetness is.
Yeah, that's good.
Our favorite banana.
Yep.
Dwarf Brazilian.
Yep. And so one good thing about this being our favorite banana is it's right here by the pool. So I can hit it with the hose like all the time. When the kids are hosing off or I'm cleaning my pool equipment or whatever, I can hit it with the hose. So we usually get some good. Oh, and look at this one, sweetie. Step back and look at it. It's got a flag leaf on it.
Yeah, it does.
So you can see the leaves on these bananas, the big long leaves here, like these right here. But then you see this one that it just shot out is like half the length of all the other leaves.
That's the pre-leaf.
Is there a flag leaf?
There's a flag leaf right there.
Oh, okay. So yeah, this is the pre-flag leaf, and then it'll shoot off an even littler leaf right here. And then the next thing that will come is the flower.
Yep.
And then the bananas. So.
And this looks terrible right now, but that's this tea plant. Look how bushy and nice this is.
Yeah.
We're gonna have this growing all.
Yeah, we just dug up. Yeah, we just dug
had,
this up. And
we have bromeliads and stuff here, and they were like cutting our ankles when we were coming in.
Wasn't
here,
working.
So this is a much better screen and taller.
All right, and then this area, this house was just built here. We used to just have woods next to us, which was killer, but now we don't. And we don't go into this area very often. So, and I have some real awesome plants in here that I think we need to move out of here. I mean, just some specimen, like these bromeliads, like this tea plant is so killer. This red one right here. This elephant ear, watch out real quick. Let me just, or walk past the elephant ear. Keep going. Like this elephant ear is killer. And it's like putting off, look at this little plant down here we could dig up. And there's another one down here. See? Like we need to move some of this stuff out of here for sure.
And then our favorite.
Yeah, I wanted to come back here to show this. This is really why we're back here, is to show this pink. The pink diamond tea plant, and this needs to be moved because it's my favorite. I mean,
I don't think we should move it. I think we should take cuttings off of it. Yeah, take
cuttings of it because it is happy here. But it's my favorite one, and I never even go back here anymore. So
I do. I walk back here.
I mean, this is so cool though. Look at hold on, let's walk all the way from here. It's like such a killer jungle path.
Yeah, I think we should keep it. I like it.
Hold on, let's start like right here. So we got like the philodendrons here that are wrapping around this gumbo limbo. And then it's like just total jungle through here. The areca's hanging over. You got these bananas here. This is a blood banana.
Yeah,
got
these
some.
seem to like this spot.
Oh, here's some bananas up here. Oh, that's probably the sorriest rack of bananas. I'm just gonna shake these bananas out. They're causing a problem. But I mean, we got the crinum lilies weeping into the path here, and the elephant ears. It's just such a cool. I want all of our walkways to look like that. I want to be like having to move plants out of the way as we're walking through them.
We have like 1,000 plants to get in the ground,
I know.
so.
All right, I think that's it. I think we've showed you everything. There wasn't a lot for us to harvest yet. I guess I could have cut some of those coconuts down, but I just don't feel like it. So I think the kids want to go to the beach. I kind of do too. So
We gotta eat lunch.
yeah. All right, y'all. I hope you enjoyed the tour today. If you have any questions or comments about any of the plants we showed you here today, or any suggestions for us of maybe what we should grow or what we're doing wrong with some of the stuff you saw, please post down below. We really appreciate all the comments, all the advice. I mean, that's kind of why we do the channel, is to document our progress in our gardening, to keep track of stuff. Even which banana is that, I can go back and look through other videos, you know. And then also we learn so much from other gardeners, from comments that we get, and
it's like we have our own like consultation. We get like free consultations for what we need to do to improve our garden. So.
We do. Well, we love the YouTube community. We love everybody out there that's watching. We really appreciate it. And until next time, everybody out there.